should you develop a high ticket offer? High ticket programs have to be concise. So what you focus on has to be a very specific thing. You can't be all over the place. Has to be very specific, has to be concise, has to be measurable. Ooh, key word right there is measurable. Measurable. And number 3 is transformational. Okay, I'm gonna break that down. And your high ticket program is a combination, right, of your intellectual property. You actually are pulling together all your expertise, the experience, the certifications, everything you've studied, everything you know, everything you've watched YouTube videos on, and you putting it all together into one signature high-end program that's going to get someone a tangible, quantifiable end result. If it doesn't do that, and if it's not obvious to your person that it does that, they won't buy. And so that's what's really important here, is that if you've been trying to sell high ticket, or you've been trying to sell at a higher price than you have been, or you think no one's buying your low end products anyway, so how are they going to pay more? Why are they going to pay more? It's because you don't have this piece. This is the key piece. Okay, so do you guys got it? Concise is specific, very specific. Measurable. Measurable means tangible. So let me break this down a little bit. Many women have an issue with this. This is many spiritual women especially, because we understand that the depth of change that happens within us is usually not tangible. It's the thing that makes the most difference in our lives, right? Becoming more in love with ourselves. Stopping the hustle and bringing more pleasure into our life. Taking care of ourselves, putting ourselves first. All those things are things that are very important to our health. And so many women come to us. Yes, Angel, thank you. So many women come to us and they want to teach a woman self-love, self-esteem, self-care, pleasure, to feel better in their body. Instead of being a health coach or a weight loss coach, they want to teach them how to feel better in their body. Let me just tell you right now that of course people need this. And yes, they're going to get this through your program. But if you try to market a program that focuses on that, no one will buy. No one will buy. And the reason for that is because the result is not clear and tangible, measurable, specific, quantifiable. And so when we go to tangible, specific, quantifiable, everyone gets all kinds of resistance, right? Because we know as spiritual beings that your happiness doesn't lie in getting the man, losing the weight, or getting more money in your bank account, right? We know that it's deeper than that. We know it's more than that. And so we don't want to sell that. The problem is though, guys, that's what people buy. So you've probably heard this before. Maybe you haven't, but this is key. You got to sell them what they want and give them what they need. Sell them what they want, give them what they need. Okay? So they want the man. They want the man. They want the marriage, or they want the man, let's just say. Right? They feel incomplete without the man. Now you, having been through this whole process, right, and really feel called to help a woman in her relationship journey, you know that the end all be all doesn't happen when she gets the man, or if she ever gets the man. It doesn't matter. You want her to fall in love with herself and just be totally happy in her own body and in her own life and kind of like rocking herself. You know all those things, right? All those things that you want to teach her, how to heal wounds and all that stuff. It's so yes. However, if you try to say to someone, I'm going to teach you how to heal your wounds and I'm going to teach you how to become more in love with yourself, that's what this program is, they don't want it. They don't want it. They want the thing that they want. They want to know that you will at least, of course, you can't guarantee it. No one can guarantee it. So that takes that off the table. But your main goal, the end result of your program, is that they are much closer, if not in the relationship that they want to be in with the man that they want to marry. I'm using this as an example. Okay. So lots of health coaches. We have a ton of health, intuitive eating coaches in High Ticket Empress. Their biggest resistance here, right, is I don't want to sell weight loss. And I understand that. I understand the time that we're in, and we've changed, and we're starting to promote, being happy with where you're at and all of that stuff. The thing is, though, guys, that your clients are going to buy weight loss. And I'm not saying you have to say those words, but they want to feel better in their body. And that usually will come from them feeling lighter, like they're not carrying a bunch of weight, right? I mean, that is the healthier thing. So if you don't focus on that, if you don't say that that's what they're going to get, then it's not specific, it's not measurable, it's not quantifiable, and it loses its potency, right? It becomes ambiguous, and they don't really get like what they're actually going to get. And if someone doesn't understand what they're actually going to get, at least much closer and much quicker than they would have done it on their own, then they won't buy. This is why this piece, guys, is the most important, and it's the thing that most people struggle with. And I promise you, relationship, health, wealth, whatever your niche is, and even if you don't know what your niche is, right? And we're going to go into that right now. You can sell high ticket programs, even if you're not selling money. Promise. Okay. So transformational then, right? In that concise, measurable, and transformational your program can't be an addition to someone's life. It has to be something that solves a major problem for them. So yeah, they're not going to buy learning how to increase pleasure in their life. Okay? So that you see the difference. Doesn't mean someone couldn't create a course on that and sell it for $297 or $400 or $97. There's a market for that. There's not a high ticket market for that because it's not clearly transformational. Now, if you say that you want to teach a woman on the journey of coming back into embodiment and pleasure, which will increase her money or get her more aligned with her purpose or get her the man or make her lose weight, now you're on to an end result, a quantifiable end result, something that is measurable and it is life-changing and it solves a major problem for them. Now, not all of those things, don't get confused, not all of those things, you will have to choose one. Which one lights you up more? Teach them how to engage their pleasure and in their embodiment to get better romantic relationship, better harmony with the masculine? Or is it that it lights you up better that she feels, like she loses weight naturally, right? Because of changes in her nervous system, things like that. Or is it that she makes more money, right? Because she becomes more orgasmically alive. So all of those things can work. You got to choose one, because if you choose all, what happens? It's diluted. And they don't believe that you're the expert in that thing if you're like, I can help you with all of those things. Now, you know that if you teach her these practices, say for the man, it's going to change all areas of her life. And that's awesome because your clients are going to be so happy with how their whole life is changing because of your program. But you got to be specific when you're marketing your offer. Otherwise, people won't get it and they won't part with a lot of money to take your program, okay? And that's the key here. It's so rewarding as well, guys. Just remember, when you sell a lot, when you are actually selling a lot, making a bigger impact, people's lives are transforming. I can't even just tell you just how motivating and what a great feedback loop it is. And you don't think anymore about scarcity and someone paid you 10 grand and now they don't have 10 grand because their life through your program gets changed and they would have spent $1 million, right? Like that's the way it really needs to be.